Learning how to conduct an effective interview will help you do well on this project. Because doing a good interview the first time will save you both time and frustration when writing your essay. You want your interview to be a real source of information and ideas, to yield quotes you can use in your writing. Those quotes are required, so if you don't get them in your first interview, you may find yourself doing a second interview to get the material you need. A good interview can help you earn an equally good grade on the project. Beyond this project, a good interview can be one of your best sources for any research project. Who better than an expert in the field to guide you to the best sources of information? They know the best books, the best databases, the top journals, and you can go straight to those without wandering around in the library for hours. Interviewing skills are valuable in the real world too, not just in school. There may be many times when you need to search for information, and interviewing experts is often a time-efficient strategy for gathering solid material. You may eventually find yourself hiring new employees for your job, and any manager can tell you how costly it is to hire the wrong person. Finally, understanding the principles of interviewing can help you when you're sitting on the other side of the table as the interviewee, and we all find ourselves playing that role from time to time. Good interviewing skills can help you on this project, but they might continue to come in handy as you move forward in your education and your career too. So how do we go about conducting a good interview? First, prepare. Well before the interview, plan your questions, do some research, set up a location, consider who should be present, and double-check your equipment. Make sure your recording or video equipment is working properly. Check the batteries and ensure that the location will work well. You don't want to try recording your interview with a jackhammer running in the background. Consider who should be present. For this project, you can interview people one at a time, or you can do it in groups. Think about what will work best for you and your topic. Set up a location and time for the interview. You want to schedule when you know you can arrive early. Try to choose a time and place that are convenient for your interviewee. If you're conducting an email interview, make sure to send the questions early and leave enough time for some follow-up. Do a little research about your interviewee if you don't know them well. Do they have a website? Have they written a book? If they have, collect all the information available from those sources. You don't want to ask a question only to have your interviewee direct you to their website. If that information is all you need, there's no point in wasting their time with a personal interview. Be prepared to ask questions that aren't answered in their published materials. Most important, prepare questions carefully and in advance. Consider your purpose, what it is you really need to know, and focus on that. Stay right on your chosen path. Avoid closed questions that can be answered with yes, no, or a short phrase. Your goal is to get them talking. For instance, instead of asking, "What is your most important core value?" ask, "Tell me about your most important core value and why it matters so much." Why and how are often keywords in open questions. If a question becomes too complicated, though, your interviewee might not be able to track the whole thing and construct a helpful answer. So keep your questions relatively short and focused on one or two important ideas. Remember to avoid technical jargon unless they're an expert, and don't slide into casual slang or profanity. Also, avoid illegal questions that can pop up in some interview situations. Know what you can ask, and stay away from what you can't. When you're well prepared, you can walk into your interview with confidence. When the interview begins, keep the following ideas in mind. Arrive on time, and even a little bit early, and stay right on schedule. You don't want to keep your interviewee waiting or take too much of their time. Focus on listening. That's really what you're there for. Don't fall into the trap of rehearsing your next question and missing what's being said in the moment. Be conversational, but guide the discussion. Use follow-up questions to create a conversation about the topic, to probe more deeply, and get the information you need. But don't allow your interviewee to wander. Gently keep them on your path. Use say-back techniques for clarity. So you're saying X and Y are the core of the problem? This strategy can help ensure that you truly understand your interviewee's point. Use positive body language to encourage discussion. Make eye contact regularly. Avoid twirling your hair and scratching your nose. Avoid aggressive moves that invade your interviewee's space, but also don't be too passive or casual. Folding your arms will shut your interviewee out and discourage them from speaking, which is not what you want. You want to be attentive, open, and professional. Avoid interrupting. Let your interviewee finish their thought before you jump in. You'll also want to avoid talking too much in general. Remember, you're there to guide and to listen. Be neutral. Avoid leading questions that imply a certain desired answer. Even if you have a bias, and that can be awfully tempting when you know you want to make a certain point in your essay, don't reveal it. Let your interviewee speak. It's important to always be respectful of their opinion, even if the answer isn't the one you were hoping for. Honestly, sometimes getting a different answer can be exciting in research. It opens up new perspectives and may change your opinion of your topic in interesting ways. Key into emotion. If you're looking for an opinion, tap into your interviewee's emotions and ask them how they feel about the topic. Some of these items may seem like small things, but they can make a big difference in how an interview goes. A bad interview will often leave the interviewee feeling uncomfortable and the interviewer clueless, having failed to get the information they wanted. On the other hand, a good interview is pleasant for everyone and can help the interviewer obtain solid information quickly. These particular videos focus on job interviews, but the strategies in this lesson can make any type of interview go well.
I'm Andy Davis, I'm HR Manager and I'm the Chair of the panel.